Hey, I'm Dr. Jamie Manchi. I'm going to be working with you in your Math 111 IN1 course this summer. Just want to give you a brief overview and introduction of how the course is going to work. First, you're going to need to go to swick.brightspace.com and you will do the student login. Once you do that, you want to make sure you pick the summer semester and choose our course. Okay, you should get a visual table of contents here of all the different things that are in our course. We have our syllabus, course schedule, and a couple other handouts here. This is where you'll be doing your homework in this program called MyMathLab. This is where you'll get a one-time access code so that you can get into the program called MyMathLab. Here's our testing center information that you'll need to schedule your tests this summer semester. Here's where you'll get your notes for the course, and I have some paper test reviews and practice problems in here. I also have electronic ones in MyMathLab. You can also see you've got a list of things to do here in the course, so some homework, some sections to do. All right, so let's go ahead and get started here in our first block. Okay, let's go ahead and look at the syllabus. I'm going to view it as a learner so you can see exactly what it's going to look like on your end. Okay, so here's our summer syllabus. We're using a new template this summer. All right, so here's all my contact information. Best way to get a hold of me is via email. Make sure you spell my name correctly. For office hour, I'm available on Tuesdays, 12 to 12:50, and I will answer immediately. Anytime after that, I'll answer your emails within a 24-hour period. Just be patient with me on the weekends. If you email me after 2 o'clock on Friday, I may not get back to you until Monday. Okay, so I'll let you read through a lot of the syllabus on your own. I'm trying to point out the important parts. You will need to sign up for MyMathLab. I already pointed out that there's a content area in Brightspace that we'll need to go to. You already paid for that when you signed up for the course, so the only expense would be a calculator. So if you do not have a scientific or a TI-8384 calculator, that's required for the course. But if you have one of those already, then you're set. This is how the course is going to break down. The homework that you're going to complete for me is 20% of your grade. The MyMathLab practice tests is 5% of the grade. The MyMathLab tests are 50% of the grade, and there's 4 of those you'll take. And then your final is 25% of the grade. You will be able to see all of your grades as well right here in Brightspace and in MyMathLab. Okay, so let's talk about those components a little bit. Okay, so the homework is due on Fridays at 11 p.m. You have unlimited attempts. I will keep it open the entire summer. The final due date is Sunday, July 23rd at 11 p.m., but you will have a 20% penalty assigned for every problem that you complete after its assigned due date. Okay, there'll be a practice test for every test that you take. They're all available at the beginning of this semester, just like the homework. The practice tests will be 25 questions. They'll mimic the tests that are 25 questions, and your practice final will have 40 questions, just like the actual final. Most important part, you have 5 attempts at each one. So please take it one time, see how you do, put away your notes, etc., and then review your practice test, and hopefully each time it gets better. If you treat it like you would an actual test, you should have good success when you come to the testing center to take the actual tests. So speaking of those, all the tests have to be proctored by a SWIC testing center. So I mentioned that you already have 4 tests that you'll have to take. Each one will have 25 questions, and then you'll have 75 minutes to complete those. You should complete the practice tests, and you can do the paper copies of the test reviews in Brightspace if you'd like. Final similar, it has to be proctored. It is over everything that you've learned this semester, so it is cumulative. It will be 40 questions. Here is how it breaks down. for the chapters and questions that you've learned. One last thing about all of this, no extensions will be given for tests. You could go ahead and make all of your test appointments now in the testing info content area. There's an appointment form there, so please make sure that you allow yourself enough time in the testing center, enough time to confirm your appointments. Here are your due dates for all the tests, so this is why you can go ahead and schedule them. They're all due on Thursdays, different Thursdays throughout the summer semester. Here's the grading scale that we'll use for the course. So pretty standard, 90 to 100 is an A, 80 to 89 is a B, and so on and so forth. Here's your tentative schedule. I actually have it as a separate handout as well, but you can kind of see each week. So this first week, you'll be just completing your homework. You'll be doing some notes in Brightspace so that you can learn the material before you try to jump in and do your MyMathLab homework. And that is going to be due on June 9th at 11 p.m. Okay, then you'll go into the next week. So June 16th, that Friday, these notes need to be done. These are the sections of homework that you'll complete in MyMathLab, and they're all due by 11 p.m. Okay, then we'll be ready for our Chapter 2 test. We'll be completing that practice test and then taking that test. Okay, and then all runs pretty similarly. So I would probably get the document that's out of the syllabus and print it out just so I have it handy. There are some important things to pay attention to here. July 9th is the last day to withdraw from the course. And like I mentioned earlier, July 23rd is the due date for all homework. Okay, our attendance policy, you need to be in MyMathLab and completing homework every week. If you've not completed any work by our first due date of Friday, June 9th at 11 p.m., you will be removed from the course. After the July 9th deadline, you have to receive a letter grade for the course. So if you decide not to stay in the course, it's your responsibility to withdraw before July 9th. All right, so some other things here. Definitely make sure that you check and use your SWIC email throughout the semester. I'll post announcements in Brightspace and send those to your SWIC email. Okay, the SWIC Testing Center, I mentioned that you have to schedule to take all of your tests and your final through your SWIC Testing Center. They will not accept walk-ins, and they want 24 hours advance notice if you're going to come to Belleville or Granite City. And they want 48 hours notice if you're going to do a remote appointment. Okay, so that takes care of our syllabus. Okay, let's go back and look at some other things here. So here's the schedule that I mentioned that I posted separate from the syllabus, a little bit nicer, user-friendly here. So this is what I would print out so you have all your due dates handy. There's also a document for you to read to see if you're ready for this course, and then how to communicate in the course. Okay, so I mentioned the testing center information. It's right here. So they have their hours and locations and their appointment form for you. Okay, your chapter notes are right here. Click on this first note packet. There should be a blank copy and an answer key both, so you'll need to kind of look at the answer key to kind of help you fill in definitions, etc. And then I would try to complete the problems if you can on your own, or maybe look at an example in the answer key and go from there. That's all same notes that my face-to-face courses get. All right, and the last thing here are the paper test reviews and practice problems. If you get tired of working online and you want to have a paper document, this is where you would go. Okay, so I mentioned that your grades, so if you click on the grade button here, you should be able to see all the different assignments you're going to complete. So all of these make up your homework grade, that 20%. Then here's your practice test grade, making up that 5%, your test grades, making up the 50%, and your final exam grade. So you can check that out. Okay, so last thing here is to get registered for MyMathLab, you will need the access code. So you will click this Barnes & Noble course materials link, and you will reveal your access code and you will copy it. Okay, so then you'll go back to your table of contents to MyMathLab, and then you'll click the Pearson LTI 1.3 integration link. I won't be able to do anything with this because I'm in right now as a learner. Okay, so if I exit out here, then we can go into MyMathLab and you can kind of see. Okay, so here's the registration instructions with a screenshot, so you can look at those. And then here are all the assignments that will show up after you complete the registration. So as far as the assignments go, it's kind of cool how this works. When you click in on a homework assignment, it saves problem by problem. It doesn't like it right now for some reason. Okay, let's see if we can open this up. Nope, still doesn't like it. All right. Okay, go in a different way here. So here are all your assignments, homework, etc. in MyMathLab. Okay, so accessing it a different way. It looks like I need to clear out my cache from my computer. I was in this a little bit earlier playing around, so you can click on a question, complete it. So if you happen to do this, it looks like we're counting. We have some odd numbers, so we have an odd number less than 80 here. So we check our answer. Okay, so we've done that. It gave us a green check mark. We save it. Okay, so you can already see I've kind of saved some other questions. If I go in, let's say I do something wrong. I'm going to do it wrong. I'm going to hit a wrong answer here on purpose, and I check it. It'll tell me it's wrong. I can try it again. I'm going to put another wrong answer here. It'll tell me it's wrong, and I'm going to put another wrong answer in here. On the last time, the third time, it'll do a final check, and then it'll tell me what I should have gotten. All you have to do is hit similar exercise for it to give you a similar problem that you can do. Count the numbers between -29 and +29. Okay, so right now, if I save this homework, it's going to have a red X there, but I can go in and fix that just by hitting similar question. Okay, so now right here I'm ready to go and I can answer it correctly. All right, I think that does it for an overview. Please email me and let me know if you have any questions. I'm definitely glad to help. Brightspace is brand new for us this summer semester, so a little bit of a learning curve for everybody. But you should use your table of contents, and you have all of your main content right there. So that should help you out. Okay, you also have your course schedule. Okay, so now it's saying things to do. I don't have as many things to do because I've been opening homework. But if you go back to your content and you look at your course schedule, it says all the things that you're supposed to be doing this first week. There are the 3 sections that are going to be due June 9th.